kind of started out with very clean hair. You can tell it's at its fluffiest level, if you will. I did this so my hair will look really full when I put it back in the ponytail, and I won't have to worry about doing any extra teasing really if I don't want to. Also, I have my small flat iron already heated up. This is just a little Conair cheap flat iron from Walmart. It does the job for me. The things I like about it is it has a material side, so where if you touch your face it doesn't burn. It's quite flat, which old flat irons used to be kind of thick, and I find that's really hard to style with. So the best thing about this flat iron is that it's quite flat and quite small. So again, that's already heated up, so I can go ahead and start by pulling back my hair. And I think the thing with this is you don't want your hair to be too brushed out. My hair is quite naturally straight, and I think for a messy ponytail that's not really what I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and start by pulling this back. And I'm using a comb to kind of straighten up this back layer, but I don't want it perfect. I want it messy. Obviously that's the objective. So just kind of start manipulating its shape, getting it slightly smooth, but again, not perfect by any means. You kind of want to go for that just woke up out of bed, threw your hair back kind of look. And just take a regular elastic and tie it back. I'm going to tighten it slightly, but not too much. You only want to make it tight if you're going for more chic or kind of sleek, a sleek look. And now I'm going to go in and just kind of start pulling out some of the hairs on the top of the crown. Not going too far down. You only want this area. Kind of smooth it in together and go in there and continue to do that until I have exactly what I want. Just pulling out the hairs at the crown area towards the center. If you mess up, that's alright. Usually when I'm doing this kind of ponytail, it takes me a little while to get it right. You might want to tighten the ponytail just slightly. You don't want it tight. You want it to kind of look like it's almost falling out. So you want a bit of a looseness to it. As you can see, it's not real tight against my the back of my head. And at this point, if you like your hair straight, that's fine. Just leave it as is if you have naturally straight hair like me. Or you can take your flat iron and go in and kind of give everything a bit of a wave, or just a little bit of kind of texture, some volume, nothing too organized about the hair. You want it to look like you just kind of rolled out of bed. So some of the hairs are kind of straight, that's great. I'll probably just give it a little bit more imperfection. You can do this before you put it up in a ponytail. That's fine too. It really doesn't matter, and it's what works for you that matters. Don't really want curls unless that is your goal, but that'll create a totally different look. And you might want to go with a more sleek hairstyle if you're going to do ringlets in your ponytail. I tend to like to curl inwards going towards my face. I find that because it's a little easier in my opinion mainly, and I just like the idea of the curls coming towards your face and framing you. Just go in and finish the rest of the hair, and I think the best thing for a messy ponytail is to have layers. If you don't have layers, you might find that it's a little bit more difficult to do kind of messy hairstyles. It's great too if you go in and make certain layers do an opposite curl. So instead of going inwards, I'm going to go outwards. And all this does is it gives a little variance, and it makes it look like so where the curls are natural, and you didn't do this on purpose, because again, with a messy hairstyle, you want it to look like it was on accident or that it's completely natural. And then with these bane areas, you can either just leave them straight, or you can just give them a bit of a curl by at the very end turning it in, and that'll make the hairs curl inward. Same thing with the other side. And just kind of go through and pull out little bits of hairs. Especially if your hair is layered, again, this will make it a lot easier. So just play with it until you got it right, and add a little hairspray. Just go over it real lightly. Make sure to go a distance from your face here. And at this point, I would just kind of go through it with your fingers. You don't want to use the comb on this hairstyle at all, or especially after you add hairspray, it'll smooth it down and it'll make it too sleek, and that's not what you want at all. So if you need to pull out the hairs again, just go ahead and do that now. And I think it's fun to add a little accessory like a bow. Just go under. Tie it in a cute, simple bow. You might even want a bigger ribbon than this. This is a rather small one, so it's not going to make a huge bow, which might be fine as well. So there's the bow. And at this point, I think you would be finished, unless you want it even messier, which might be, if that's what you'd like. And just go in there and just kind of tease the hair. Not tease it so much as you're just pushing it around with the comb and giving it texture. This won't give any damage at all. Contrary to what some people think, teasing doesn't have to damage your hair as long as you do it right. So if you do want to tease it, just take the comb and just kind of guide the hairs up. Don't really make a rat's nest, just it's keeping the hair from being organized and all going the same direction. And that'll give it quite a bit of a messier look. Another thing you can do to make it messier is just to pull up these hairs more and do some teasing underneath and mess around with the hairs like this and pull the small hairs out so they kind of go everywhere as if you slept on your hair. And that's pretty much it. So there's my messy ponytail. Again, you can make it more sleek, more tight, more sharp, or you can take it to the next level and make it super messy. So I hope this helps some of you guys out there. This was a request, so I thank you for all of your requests. I truly appreciate and all of your support. Thank you so much. This is Aya.
Love so strong, it takes control. Now we both know the secret's strong, the feeling's strong. Driven far apart, I make a wish on a shooting